Okay. Hopefully that's fixed it. But I'm not sure. Have we got sound now? Please say yes. Please say yes. Yay! Cool. I had to restart OBS, which is the streaming software. That was telling me everything that I'm looking at now, but for some reason there was no sound. So that was cool. So that was a fun start. I apologize. Thank you. It's always something. Hello. Now you can hear me. Hello, everybody. This is better. This is better. So let me just repeat everything I just said, or mimed. Essentially, today is all about a listening party for my album, First Days. This album comes out on Sunday, the 14th of December, so this Sunday, and I'll also be releasing 2 albums. There'll be this album called First Days, and then there'll be another album called Lo-Fi Days. Now, I've already done a listening party for Lo-Fi Days. It was 10 tracks, done in kind of a lo-fi ukulele fashion. And this is its sister album called First Days. And the reason why I like to call them sisters, or that they're yin and yang, is because the compositions for both the albums are exactly the same. The compositions come from my original ukulele exercise book, Fingerstyle First Days, hence the name First Days, hence the name Lo-Fi Days. So in this album, the 10 performances that I did for the Fingerstyle First Day videos that I did are all here. So with the backing and everything, and each one is accompanied by like a little prequel track that doesn't contain any ukulele, but it's kind of atmospheric, I guess is the best way of saying it. That's what I've tried to do. Yeah. I just make sounds, essentially. That's it. Yes, so that's it. All the track names are in Danish, so please, for my sake, try and pronounce them at home. I would appreciate that. If you are Danish, then it shouldn't be a problem. If you're not Danish, it might be a problem. So anyway, we've got 20 tracks altogether. Each one actually isn't very long. They're roughly between 1 minute and 2 minutes long. So it's not very long. But again, the idea is that it's an album that you can just slap on and just have some nice music in the background. That's the plan. Cool. All right, I'm going to shut up in a second. I'll be on the comments, obviously, if you have any questions about anything to do with the album, anything to do with the ukulele, anything at all, then just talk to me. I'm here just sipping water, so that's absolutely fine. And again, thank you for letting me know I didn't have sound. Otherwise, that would have been very embarrassing for me. So that's cool. Hey, Terry. Hello, mate. Thank you. Vincent as well. Hello. Alicia's here as well. Hello. Wendy is driving. I knew that. So all the time I was talking to Wendy, she didn't hear me. So that's absolutely fine. Hello, Vintage Toy Collectibles. I also like vintage toys. That's very cool. All right. Super. I'm going to put the album on and shut up now. So let me know if you can't hear this, okay? If you can't hear this as soon as I hit play, please let me know, because then it'll be another fixing thing. Come on, OBS. You can do this. Okay, so hopefully this should be Fingerstyle First Days. Oh, there we go. That is the whole album. Yeah, good. I thought it was going to randomly play something else then, thank God. Yes. Hello, Owen. Hi. Thanks for joining us. Thank you all for coming in and having a little listen to this album. Yeah, I know the tracks are very short. One question I had was, I would have liked the tracks to be longer so I can listen to them more. And I think, I massively wrestled with this. So I decided not to, because essentially the ukulele pieces are identical to the pieces that you'll find in my Fingerstyle First Days book. And I wanted to have a ukulele album that sounds nice and pretty, but you can also learn straight from a book and it's not too difficult. The whole book is tailored towards beginners. And so I thought if I built upon it and stuff like that, I would make it too complex. And the whole point of me writing the book was to write something for beginners, for people who want to come into fingerstyle. So actually the hard thing about this entire album is me not adding anything else to it. As much as I've wanted to, I've just tried to keep it exactly as it is. So that's why they're not any longer. Because, like I said, I want them to match the book. That's exactly it. I had one lovely question about which ukuleles did I use? Was it just the 4SB or everything? No, it was a massive mix of ukuleles. So bear me 2 seconds while I can just move this back over. Right, shut up for a second. There we go. Okay. So, essentially, I don't really remember. I remember a couple of tracks, which ukuleles were which, but because all of the fingerstyle first day tutorials live on YouTube, that means that actually if I just go over to YouTube, technically I'm on YouTube, right? I'm already on YouTube. I'm here on YouTube. I have to go onto YouTube. Is that breaking the internet? I'm not sure what's going on. But if I go over to the playlist, essentially what it means is, I'm going to talk to you in a second. Oh, thank God I'm not. I can look at the thumbnails and I can tell you exactly which ones I was playing for which songs. So bear with me 2 seconds. I'm going to go through it in album order so I can tell you, hey, I was going to say that's not in album order. Right, super. Okay, so let me just find them just so I'm not absolutely bullshitting. I know for a fact that... Oh, hold on, I've got too many browser tabs open here. Good God. Right, so the first ukulele track you hear is this track, which is pronounced Blel. It's Danish for leaf. And if you listen to the Lo-Fi Days album, that is Leaf. They're the same track. So this is actually track number 9. This is Fingerstyle First Day number 9. And so the ukulele on this is the Flight Fireball. So that's what's being used for that. Black is track number 4. So hold on, let me go find Fingerstyle First Day number 4. Ah, yes. So this is Black. So this is the Flight 4SB. So that's the 4SB on this one. Actually, Poter I know as well. Okay, so the next track is Poter, which again Danish for pause. Again, ties with the Lo-Fi Days track, pause, same thing. This is First Days number 2, and I believe it's the Flight A10 FM, but let me double check. Yes, it definitely is. Yes, it's the Flight A10 FM. That's what we got for this track. Of course, we all need to Snagadansk. Okay, and then next track is Court. That is Fingerstyle First Day number 3. What would I be using for that? I can't tell from my thumbnail. Hold on. Oh, was that the Flight Nomad? Yes, it was. Cool. So this is the Flight Nomad. they're all tenor ukuleles that are used in these. So this is the Flight Nomad that I used for Court. Court means card. Now on Lo-Fi Days, there is no track called Card. There's a track called Suits, which directly means suits of cards. So those two tracks are related. Cut a nail. This would have been the 4SB as well. So yes, this is first day number 1. And yes, this is the Flight 4SB. Right, what do we have next? Elementa. Bum 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 bum. So the Elementa is the Flight Navigator. Am I using the right name here? Hold on. I'm pretty sure that's the right. I'm a big flight ukulele nerd. Flight Navigator. Ukulele. Navigator? It is the Navigator. I was right. Sorry. I just worried myself then. I've got flight on the chat, so gotta get it right, haven't I? So this is Elementa. And again, this Elementa is first day track 6, which is Elements from Lo-Fi Days. And again, I can play you a little bit of them back to back in a second to show you like it's the same track basically. Right, who do we have next? Husa, which is Fingerstyle first day 7. Oh, I already know. I can remember from the sound. This is the Flight Aviator. Yeah. So, Husa, Flight Aviator. Stemmer, which is Fingerstyle first day 5. Thumbnail has a fireball, but I'm just going to click on that video. If I break everything, then I apologise. Don't double it up. It is the fireball. Cool. This is also the Flight Fireball. My favourite 2 ukuleles that I own are the Flight 4SB and the Flight Fireball. So if they get in for like more than one track, that's probably going to happen because I just adore how they sound. So there we go. What do we have next? Yes. The pronunciation. This technically means spirits, ghosts. Spulsa. Good old Danish word for looking at it and going, that's not what that says. Spulsa. Yes, and this, again, on Lo-Fi Days, this would be the track Ghosts. This is first day number 8. What ukulele was that? Hold on. Let's go back and see if we can find it. Hold on, I've got to click on the video and actually find out. Aha! 4SB again. So this is the Flight 4SB again. It's almost like I'm biased or something using it all the time, isn't it? God damn it. Why don't you use another ukulele, Sammy? Yeah, this is the Flight 4SB as well. And then the last one, Silla. From memory, I don't remember. I want to say the A10 FM. But hold on. Yes. Oh god, double audio. This is the A10 FM as well. So, if you're not familiar with that one, it's the flight anniversary. That's it. Hey, Stephen. Hello, mate. Hi. Abki. Hello. So there you go. That is that's the official list of all the ukuleles that we used to record that. It is quite a mix. Hold on, if I pause this for a second. Back on there. When I recorded there, it was primarily that was my first album there, and that was before the 4SB existed. So that was pretty much all the Fireball and the A10. It's split between the two. They were my favourite 2 ukuleles for a very long time, and then the 4SB came in. So I've got kind of like a triforce of those 3 are my absolute babes. I love those pieces. Right, so I talked a little bit about how the tracks also are basically the same compositions, because they are. That's exactly it. The ones in this album, in First Days, is essentially how it sounds in the book that I wrote, Fingerstyle First Days. They are undoctored and everything. And then Lo-Fi Days, the other album, that's the ones where I have doctored it. And by doctored it, again, it's actually the same recording that I played. So if you ever have watched any of the Fingerstyle First Day videos, the video at the start where I recorded it, that was the video I made for the tutorial. That is the video that's on this album. That is also, it's the audio that's on this album. It is also the audio that's on Lo-Fi Days as well. I just, obviously for Lo-Fi Days, I had to detune the ukulele and add effects to it and stuff like that. But it's all the same audio, basically. I didn't re-record it. I didn't do anything like that. I just wanted to use that audio just so you can physically see me playing it. And also, yeah, I'm a very fuck perfection kind of person. So if I've got it down once and it sounds okay, yeah, I'm going to use it again. So that's absolutely it. Okay, but if I go through... If I just load up the First Days album and the Lo-Fi Days, so bear with me 2 seconds. If I can bring it up like this is probably better. You can't really see that. Hold on. Oh, motherfucker. Bear with me. I'm a clever boy who can do clever things. Right, add that. But add it from the start. Good kid. All right, super. And then if I can line up Lo-Fi Days for next, play next, and then I can go to my mini player. It's my mini player that makes it all look sexy like this. There we go. All right, super. That's good. You can do one. All right, perfect. Okay, super. So, yeah, let me show you basically some of the tracks that are exactly the same. So for example, in Lo-Fi Days, all the tracks are named in English. We've Pause, Voices, Leaf, Houses, Suits, Elements, Ghosts, Cardinal, CMYK, and Sides. Those are all the things. Now obviously for example, CMYK, that is a printer term. So it's to do with ink cartridges and just ink in general. So there is no real, that's just kind of the same in any language, so written down. So actually on First Days, it's Blek, and Blek means ink. So those are the two tracks. And if I play Blek, so weirdly, try and listen to the ukulele, because the key for Lo-Fi Days will be exactly the same. I need more tracks. Oh man. Okay, I'm going to bounce out of this. Okay, so this is Blek. Like I said, this is the same as CMYK. So now I'll play CMYK. That's exactly the same ukulele recording. It's just been slowed down and I've added a lot of effects to it. That is the same ukulele, it's just been tuned down an octave, slowed down. Again, if I go back to Blek, same. But like I said, just slowed down because I wanted them to sound different. That is all. Other ones, I think Blel and Leaf are quite obvious. So here's Blel. You get the idea. And then if I play Leaf, Leaf actually starts off in a different key very quickly for an intro, but then comes back in. So this is Leaf. And again, all of that is exactly the same ukulele. I've just fucked around with it. And there you can hear it's the same track. So for Leaf, I wanted to keep the piano out of it because the piano is like what I think makes Blell the track. Blell and Leaf, by the way, my favourite First Days, my favourite track that I wrote. On ukulele it's quite simple, but I just adored it. And the piano, the running piano that's always played with the ukulele, doesn't come in until the middle part, if I just skip on ahead. Here, we just get the piano. Nope, lies. Next time around. I know my own songs. Here we get it. So that bit you hear in the background, the where, ukulele. Anyway, same tracks. Right, are there any other ones that are very obvious or very not? Elements and Elementa. Elementa is one of my favourite tracks that I wrote. And if I put on Elementa, I think it sounds very, very, very similar. It's just obviously here in this track it has a massive kind of orchestral build-up. And then in Lo-Fi Days, I put a very, very, very strong beat behind it. So if we listen to this, because it's a minute long, and then I'll put Elements on, just so you can hear the two. Thank you, Flight. So Frankie, baby. So in that track you get that big kind of orchestra build-up, so I wanted to represent that in Elements. And kind of that bass moving there. Dun 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 dun. I wanted the drums to really emphasise that. I didn't plan to break down on the tracks, I'm sorry. So hopefully you can hear that ukulele again. Just hear it's the same part. Just with that beat underneath it, that's all. Everybody else is relatively the same. The one track who I had the most difficulty with was the final track, which is Scylla, which is sides. Because it has quite it's the final track on First Day, so it has like quite a positive vibe to it. That's what I wanted to end it with. I do love my miserable music, I'm sorry. So I thought the last one for this should be a little bit of less miserable. However, for Lo-Fi Days, I switched it up and again kept the ukulele as it is, but made sure the harmony underneath focused more on the minor side. So this is sides. And again, all that is ukulele. Here we sound it make a bit more miserable with this version. Yeah, you can compare the two, but like I said, it was very fun for me from a compositional point of view of taking the exact same recordings and trying to make them sound as different as possible, because I wanted them to be two separate albums, but there's a very, very strong link between the albums in that they are the same material. They're exactly the same. Like I said, light and dark, yin and yang. That's the point of these albums. And that's exactly why I'm being stupid and releasing two albums on one day, because they are sisters. That's why. They belong together. So it's quite a fun listen if you listen to all of First Days through and then listen to Lo-Fi Day straight after. It's kind of like it's kind of a weird trip after you've listened to the album and then listen to the spooky version. Yes, I'm going to shut up now. Yes, I get you. There isn't enough miserable minor Christmas music, so that's absolutely it. Most of the Christmas music I try and listen to is usually piano solo versions of songs. Usually they have like a more softer kind of, and obviously they're not minor, but generally they're a little bit more jazzy and a little bit more soft, so I recommend listening to that. That's it. Hold on, fine, I'll answer this. Might have missed it, but are the tracks in the same order on First Days and Lo-Fi Days? No. This was also part of the thing that took me forever, was getting the correct order. And yeah, so they're not in the same order at all. For example, Lo-Fi Days, you start with Pause, Voices, and Leaf. And then if we go, where's Pota? Pota, there you go. Pota is Pause, and that's track 6 right in there. So there you go. That's it. Stemma is track 16, which is Voices, and then Leaf is Blelt, which is track 2. So no, I could have put them in the same order, but because I had kind of these tracks, these prequel tracks in between, somehow it made me want to put them in a different order. Also, I thought it was a bit more of a unique listen if they were in different orders. So obviously, if you purchase the albums, then you can just put them in and you can change the order if you want. That's totally fine. But I think this is the order it should be listened to. But hey, who am I to tell you what to do? You can playlist it and do whatever the fuck you want. So that's very much it. But yes, it took me a long time to find the right order on both of them. It's taken a lot of listens. I'm never going to want to hear them again. Okay, because I've listened to them to death. So, on that note, yep, I'm dying now. This is death. Both the albums are released on Sunday, the 14th of December, which is this Sunday. They won't be on the streaming services until about February, and that's because it takes roughly between 6 to 8 weeks once you've submitted the albums until when they land on the streaming services. So they won't be there. However, you have two options. You have one, if you can. I'll be dead by Sunday. The one option is you can purchase them from my website, fourstringboy.com, and that'll be on Sunday. Or you can head over to Bandcamp. The link is pinned at the top of this. and you can purchase them there. You can actually pre-order them on Bandcamp, and if you pre-order either album, you get the first half of the album now to listen to. So that's the first 10 tracks of First Days, the first 5 tracks of Lo-Fi Days. So they're there. But on the Sunday, I will be releasing a giant YouTube video that is a whole playthrough of Lo-Fi Days, and a separate one that is also a whole playthrough of First Days for anyone who just can't afford to support me at the moment. That's totally fine. So we'll have a free YouTube version for the moment, and then, like I said, if you want them in your ears and you can support me, then you can purchase them, but they will be on the streaming services roughly about February. So yes, so that's it. Cool. Thank you all so much for joining me tonight. Apologies about the starting with the audio problems. Always audio problems, baby. That's how this computer rolls. So thank you so much. Any questions or anything at all, remember you can always email me, or you can message me on Instagram, Patreon, however you usually follow me. It's all good. All right. Thank you so much. Love you lots. Have a wonderful rest of your day and evening. Goodbye.